It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I am your host, private investigator Ed Opperman. This show is brought to you by Audible.com. You go to audibletrial.com/Opperman Report, and you can sign up for free and get yourself a free audiobook. The purpose of tonight's show is to explain how people can listen to the show. Okay? So I'm going to try and explain as best as I can all the different ways you can listen to the Opperman Report and keep in touch with everything we're doing here. The reason I'm doing this is because I get an overwhelming number of emails and messages and YouTube comments trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so please guys, stick with me. This is what we're trying to fix here, okay? So stick with me here. Now, the Opperman Report is it's a live broadcast that's available to you every Friday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and it's live over the internet for free. And it's in two forms. Some stations carry us for 2 hours, and some stations carry us for 3 hours. Now, it's available on a whole bunch of stations, okay? But now the applications and the methods to listen to that show that I control, okay? One is called Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com. And then you can go there and search for Opperman Report. Okay? And if you do that and you sign up to Spreaker using your Facebook account, let's say, right? Or you can sign up with an email. It's free. It's 100% free. You don't get spammed. Nothing. Okay? You sign up there. If you follow my show on there, you'll get an email whenever I do one of these impromptu shows or whenever the show's about to come on. And it'll say, hey, Opperman Report's about to come on live. So that's called Spreaker.com. Now, all these links, by the way, they're going to be in the comments, the description in YouTube and on Spreaker. Now, it also helps the show if you follow us on Spreaker, because I can show that to advertisers. They see how many followers I have. They see how many listeners I have. Okay, how many comments, that kind of stuff. They say, oh boy, this is a real good show. A lot of people listening. Now, another way to listen to the show live on Friday nights for free is TuneIn.com. A lot of people know already about TuneIn.com. You go to TuneIn.com. You search for Opperman Report. There's a whole bunch of choices for Opperman Report on there because a lot of the stations that used to carry me still like to keep my name up there on there because it brings a lot of traffic to their little failing stations. Okay, so but if you go, you can find the right one, the one that has all my archives on it. And you follow me there. Again, that helps us out, and it's a free app again as well. Those are two good ways to listen to us for free on Friday nights. The Spreaker channel, by the way, there's a chat room on there as well, and that's the one that I look at during the show to see comments and questions and stuff like that. Now, all of these other stations that carry me for free on Friday nights, a lot of them have chat rooms as well. I can't keep all these chat rooms open at the same time and read all these chat rooms. A lot of hosts you'll hear on the radio, they spend the whole show looking at the chat room, so who's in the chat room. Okay, there's no way we can do that. We have too many chat rooms. And plus, my computer doesn't have the strength and the RAM and the memory and all that kind of stuff like that. And the speed, my internet connection doesn't have the speed to keep all these chat rooms open and read all these comments in the chat room. Plus, I'd be so distracted, forget I couldn't do the show. So, on Friday nights, the Opperman Report is free on a whole bunch of stations. One is called TalkSuperstation.com. It's owned by Diamond Joe, cool guy. Okay, I don't know if they have a chat room or not. Another one is called PSNRadio.com or Public Streaming Network Radio.com. Owned by a guy named Angel, another cool guy. Then we're on Wolf Spirit. By the way, Public Streaming Radio, PSN Radio, they have a chat room as well, too. Okay, with their own moderators and their own chat people. They have their own regulars in there. Fine, they're all great people. Cool place to hang out and chat about the show. Another one is wolfspiritradio.com. Now, that's run by a guy named JP. And he's another cool guy. I like him a lot. He helps out with the state and with the show and with technical stuff and like that. He's a really nice guy. I like him. They got a chat room over there, too. And there's always about 10, 15 people. All these chat rooms got like 10, 15 people in them all the time. So you can go to these different chat rooms and chat with the people. And they're all nice people. Okay, but if you ever, by the way, too, if you have a problem with the people in these chat rooms, don't come to me with your problems with these people in these chat rooms. I don't censor anything. They can say whatever they want. I don't care. That's wolfspiritradio.com. Okay? Then we're on a whole nother network of stations called the Awake Network. And that's run by a guy named Granada Steve. And he's in the UK or Ireland, something like that. Really, really nice guy. And he's a nice guy, and not only that, too, but he has a chronic illness. And so he has health issues. So I would really ask everybody to keep him in your prayers, because he's a really nice guy, and I know he struggles with these health issues, and he can't work as hard as he'd like to get this information out there. But nice guy. His stations are awakeradio.us, awakeradio.uk, awakeradio.australia. I think those are the main Awake. I don't think there's one, even awakeradio.tv, something like that. And they got a bunch of chat rooms as well over there. Again, all great people. I don't moderate any of these chat rooms, okay? Or even get a chance to read them that much. But the whole Awake Radio Network, and all these stations, by the way, too, they all got other shows on them besides me. They're really great shows. This is Friday Night Live. There's also another station called 1-800 Online Network. Okay? And you can find links to all these stations, by the way, on OppermanReport.blogspot.com. And I promote that link when we have a new guest, a new show on every Friday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I announce who the guest is going to be, a little bio for the guest, a link to their book, and a list of all these stations that carry us live on Friday nights. So another one is 1800onlinenetwork.com. Shaz's Radio is another station that carries us. And it's a big station, too. They got a lot of listeners, a lot of loyal fans. They have a chat room over there. There's another one called Just Us Radio Network.weebly.com. I believe they have a chat room. There's another station in Scotland. Scottish Sovereigns on the Land.ning.com. Also, there's a link called My Radio Stream, The Opperman Report. You can find it there. TuneIn.com, like I said. Spreaker.com, like I said. Then, right after the show, immediately after the show broadcasts for you for free, Friday night, it goes up almost immediately on YouTube, on the Opperman Report YouTube channel, and also on iHeartRadio. Now, again, it's a big help to me if you go to Opperman Report YouTube channel and subscribe to that channel, because it looks good for advertisers, but also, too, you get a notification right away when a new show goes up on YouTube. Okay? So all that's great. Then that free show that I do for free on Friday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I take it, and it goes into rotation on different stations throughout the week that replay that show. Now, one is an AM/FM station in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. It's called High Point Radio. It's 1700 AM and 100.5 FM. And you can go to their website, highpointradio.com, and find out when they play it. It's also replayed on Sunday mornings on Penny Entertainment Online Radio on blogtalkradio.com. Talk Superstation replays us on Saturday mornings as well. Cave Radio Broadcasting replays us twice a week. On Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're on a station called Para-X Radio, Para-X Radio, and that's a CBS radio network that runs that owns that station. And that's Saturday evening, 7 p.m. They got a great chat room over there. I really enjoy that chat room. Tuesday afternoons, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're on Late Night in the Midlands. Now, that's Mike Vara's station. And Mike Vara's been around for a long time. That station's been around for a very, very long time. And he plays us on Tuesday afternoons. He also has a YouTube channel that replays our shows as well. You can find him there as well. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're on a station called FPRNradio.com. Now, then, the archives of these shows, these free shows that we do Friday night for free, are then archived. They're archived for free on the Opperman Report Spreaker channel, on TuneIn.com, on the Opperman Report channel there, on Stitcher, StitcherRadio.com, which is STITCHER Radio on demand, and that's available, that's free, okay, on the YouTube channel for free. All the free shows I do Friday night are free on YouTube, on Opperman Report YouTube channel, okay, and also like the last 4 or 5 shows are archived for free on iHeartRadio. Now, here's where the confusion seems to be coming in, okay, is that I also have a website, and it's called OppermanReport.com. Now, OppermanReport.com has a couple of sections on there for you. Okay. Let me see if I can find... You know what? Do I even have it? I don't have it. No, I was too lazy to hook it up correctly. OppermanReport.com has a member section and has an archive section. And what I do is, during the week, not Friday Night Live, or not replayed during the week on all these stations that carry the free show. These are additional shows that I do. Extra shows. So I record these extra shows during the week. And then these extra shows are available on OppermanReport.com in the members section. So you can go to OppermanReport.com, and the second button down there on the menu section is called Members Access. And you can go there and you can sign up. You can sign up for monthly, for I think it's $6. You can sign up quarterly for like $19, or you can sign up yearly for $74. Now, I'll even offer you a little special too. If you want to sign up and send me some money through PayPal in the next couple of days, I'll give you a discount. So email me at oppermanreportgmail.com, and I'll give you a discount on the yearly subscription. I tell you, I'll do $50 for the year. Okay. If I don't, today is 7/19. Okay, this isn't gonna go on forever. But if you can send me the money through PayPal, a little bonus for me this weekend, get through the week, I'll give it a year subscription for $50. Now, when you become a member, okay, you have access to all the member section shows that I record during the week, and then we upload to the members section on OppermanReport.com. Now, not everyone has heard of Ed Opperman, okay? Not everyone knows about OppermanReport.com. So those shows that I upload to the members section on OppermanReport.com are also automatically uploaded to YouTube.com. And that also goes to the Opperman Report YouTube section. But if a stranger who never heard of me is looking for a guest that I had on my show, and they type in West Memphis 3, and they find that I did a show about the West Memphis 3 on YouTube, but they don't know how to become a member, they can buy that show. They have to pay that show for that show on YouTube. And I charge different amounts for that. They're either $1.99 to $3, okay? Now, let's say you're a member on OppermanReport.com, and you also subscribe to Opperman Report at YouTube channel. So you get a notification that there's a new show on YouTube. And you go there. You're a member. You're a great guy. Thank you very much for being a member. You go there and you see, oh my goodness, they want me to pay $2. Or, oh my goodness, I live in Canada, I live in Spain, and it says access not allowed because you live out of the country. Oh my goodness, but I'm a member. What do I do? YouTube, the first thing you're going to think is, let me email Ed Opperman and drive him crazy. Like 50 people a day think they need to do. Now, the thing is this. YouTube has no clue who you are or who I am. Okay? They don't know if you're a member or not. They know nothing. The YouTube channel, although it's the same shows, okay, it's for sale to people that are not members. Okay? So just because you're a member at OppermanReport.com doesn't mean that somehow YouTube knows that and can give you free access to the show on YouTube. That's not how it works. Now, you're not getting cheated at anything because you paid for the show on OppermanReport.com to download over there. That you got. Okay? And everybody's happy with that. The YouTube channel is available to people that aren't members. So they can have access to the shows. Okay? So that's how that works. So if you get a notification and you see a show on YouTube that's charging money and you're already a member, just relax. Stay calm. Don't panic. Okay? Don't break glass. Don't press the emergency alarm. Okay? Don't email me. Please relax. Stay calm. It goes up automatically the way I am set up to record. Okay? I record on Spreaker, and Spreaker.com automatically uploads to YouTube. And then I go in there really as quick as I can, and I set it to a pay-per-view. Because even if I got to get in there real quick, because people, like 10 people get the show in the 30 minutes that I can't get in there quick enough to set it up. Okay? So if you see it there on YouTube and it's not in the members section yet, it will be. It will be there as quick as we can. Now, the way to sabotage that is contact me and say, hey, Ed, when's it going to be in the member section? Hey, Ed, what's going on? How come I see it on YouTube and it's not in the member section? Okay, now, when I get 50 messages like that coming in, okay, I cannot communicate and can't respond with the guy who uploads it to the member section. So by contacting me over and over and over again, I wake up in the morning and there's 50 messages, friends, okay, saying, well, how come it's not in the member section? Out of those 50 messages is the guy, Sean Duff, who's a really nice guy, who's doing all this for free, can't get to me and communicate with me about, hey, Ed, where's the show? Can we get up in the member section? That's the guy who needs to talk to me. Not all these 50 people saying, hey, Ed, where's the show? Where's the show? Where's the show? So, we're working as hard as we can, possibly can, okay? I have it automated now that when I record those member section shows, that they go up automatically on YouTube. and it's for a fee to the people that aren't members. Okay, you want to save money, you become a member. OppermanReport.com, you become a member, but it takes just a little bit longer to get those shows up in the member section. Now, if you don't want to be a member, you can also go to Opperman Report and you can buy the shows one at a time. Okay, and we have like a little system there where you can just buy the shows onesies, twosies, and the ones you like. Now, let me give you a little idea of the shows that we have up there, because obviously there's a huge demand for these shows, these member section shows. I just did one yesterday with David Schurter and Doug Millar, and it's the first show in a series that we're doing about Ted Gunderson. Did a show last week with Timothy Holmseth about the murder of Haley Cummings, and he described to me about, and this guy's under attack, under fire. You have no idea. And he told me that there's a child pornography video of this child, Haley Cummings, that came out after her disappearance and her supposed death. So we're going to be doing a follow-up interview with him and with the grandparents of Haley Cummings. Did a show with Hank Harrison about the new movie that came out, Soaked in Bleach. And that made news all around the country because huge information came out about that case with Courtney Love and her involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. And Hank Harrison has a lot of allegations, and the information came out about that Courtney Love was involved with a CIA agent in Ireland when she was like 15 years old. And also, too, Hank Harrison alleges that Courtney Love was also involved in procuring child prostitutes and child sex trafficking victims to elite people. So just like, what was going on there with the old Jeffrey Epstein case. Did an interview this week with Dr. Dale Griffiths, who testified in the West Memphis 3 case. And I'd like to talk about that because I've been trying to get Dr. Dale Griffiths for quite some time to come on the show. We've been chatting back and forth in email. And this week he said to me, he says, Ed, let's do the show tomorrow. Okay, I'll do it for you. And it's the first interview he's done in 20 years since that West Memphis 3 documentary came out, The Paradise Lost, the murders in Robin Hood Hills. Well, they really attacked this guy in that movie, and they really slandered him, they defamed him, and all this kind of stuff. These amateur documentary makers, Bruce and Joe, who made this documentary. Now, by absolute coincidence, this same week I did an interview with Tim Tate, who was a documentary filmmaker and a reporter from the UK. He did the film Conspiracy of Silence about the Franklin cover-up that was silenced and censored off of the Discovery Channel right before it was supposed to go on. And I was doing some research on him, and wouldn't you know it, he knew Dr. Dale Griffiths. Then I did a show last night with David Schurter and Doug Millar, and Doug Millar knew Dale Griffiths. And both of these guys that are legitimate people and well-respected are giving glowing recommendations to Dale Griffiths, just coincidentally the same week. Talking to Dale Griffiths, he tells me, oh yeah, I'm really good friends with Maury Terry, who's the author of the book The Ultimate Evil. Maury Terry also, too, a very credentialed man who was involved in, he consulted with the prosecution in the O.J. Simpson trial. He consulted with D.A. Santucci in Queens there that reopened the investigation to the Son of Sam murders. He was involved in getting a conviction in the murderers of Roy Radin. All his work, this is a real credentialed guy. And he has a glowing recommendation of Dale Griffiths. So all these guys, just serendipity, came out the same week. And they all turn out that they all know each other and they all endorse Dale Griffith. I'm doing a little extra interview with Dale Griffiths tomorrow afternoon. That will be free. It'll be on OppermanReport.com. You can listen to it for free. It's like a little promo, and also to clarify some stuff that we didn't put in the show that we recorded. That's in the member section, and it's for sale on YouTube. Now, it's funny, too, because we were talking about the Phoenix Project, and I also did a show with Doug Valentine, who wrote the book about the Phoenix program. And that's in the member section. Neil Sanders, we did a show with him about mind control. He's another famous guy. Did a show with Kathy Scott about the Robert Durst murders. Claire Kewen did a show with us about Paul is Dead. We did a show with one of the victims of Jimmy Savile, a woman named Caroline Robinson from the UK. Told a fascinating story about how in front of her whole family, as like a 12-year-old kid, she was dressed up in a pretty little dress and placed on Jimmy Savile's knee, and he molested her right in front of the whole family. Unbelievable. Christine Joanna Hart. We did a show with her about the UK phone hacking scandal and about a lot of other stuff. She brought up Colonel Aquino and all kinds of interesting stuff. Kathy Badansky, who did a show about her connections with Richard Ramirez and Drew Peterson, and also another guy who grew up with her as a friend of hers, who killed a woman. He was a Satanist. He killed this woman, and he ate her. He lived in his parents' garage, had no bathroom, had no sink in there or nothing like that. He lures this woman in there. He kills her, takes her in the backyard, cooks her in an open fire pit, eats part of her. Had to be walking in and out of this house covered in blood, dragging a dead body in and out. He lives in his parents' house. Had to go in and wash his hands, take a shower after doing all this. But the parents were not arrested, were not convicted. Did a show with Nathan Lewinsky, who runs the Weird Scenes Inside the Kenya Discretion group on Facebook, about the Cleveland elementary school shooting that inspired the song "I Don't Like Mondays." Did a show with Dennis Hoff, who is the Bunny Ranch. And a lot of people don't know about Dennis Hoff is that he's all hooked up with people like Andy Kaufman and Bob Zamuda and Scott Thorson, who was Liberace's victim, child molested by Liberace. He was also boyfriends with Michael Jackson, and he was also involved in the Wonderland murders. Did a show with a guy named Daniel E. Moore, who alleges that he was a victim of a murder plot by the Temple of Set while he was in the military. Did an interview in the member section with Henry Vinson, Confessions of a D.C. Madam. That was all part of the Franklin scandal and the Franklin cover-up. Doing another show tomorrow that will be in the member section that is about the Oak Island treasure. And we have another treasure hunter up there who's hunting for that treasure. And we're going to do a show with him and tape it with him tomorrow. And that'll be up in the member section as quickly as we can. Now, it'll be up immediately in the Opperman Report YouTube channel. Okay? And it'll be for a fee for about $2. But then, as quickly as we can, it'll be available for you in the member section. So when you see that show, now let's all practice this, okay? Because when you see tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a show tomorrow about 5 o'clock. Okay? It's going to be recorded. It won't be live. And you'll get a notification on Opperman Report YouTube channel that, hey, there's a new show. And you'll go there. It'll either say, unavailable in your country, or it will say, hey, the show is available for $1.99. Now, if you want to buy that show, great, do it. Thank you. Okay. But if you're already a member, okay, and you see that show, there aren't any secret shows floating around that will not be in the member section. All these shows will be in the member section. And even in the future, okay, all these member section shows, I'm going to put them together as a package, and I'm going to offer them to a station out there, like an AM/FM type station out there, to play all these shows and get them out there in the public in the future. And which will bring in more listeners to all these networks right now that we're supporting right now and all the work we're doing right now. So I got a lot of growth plans for everything we're doing here. Okay? But I really hope that clears things up. That if you go to YouTube and you see it says that it's not available in your area, in your country, or that there's a fee for it, and you're already a member, don't panic. Don't email me. Don't jump off a bridge. Okay? Don't commit suicide. This isn't the Heaven's Gate cult, guys. Okay? Let's not panic and get all upset just because the show's not available right away. It's not that big a deal. Okay? A lot of these shows aren't even that good. I'll let you know a little secret. A lot of these shows aren't that great. Okay, so let's just kind of keep things here in perspective. Okay, it's just a radio show, and they will be in the member section as quickly as we can. The guy helping out with the member section shows is a guy named Sean Duff. Not Sean Duffy. I call him Sean Duffy all the time, but his real name is Sean Duff. And he's a really cool guy. He's working as hard as he can. He has his own band, has his own business, his own work, his full-time job, got a family, all this kind of stuff. But he's working his fingers to the bone here, trying to get these shows up to you as quickly as they can. And they go up really quick. They really do, guys. You remember in the old days, it used to take 3 or 4 days for the shows to get up on YouTube. Now they're up instantly. Okay? So we got that all done. And it used to take days for the shows to get up on the website. You know? Now they get up. As soon as he gets it, he sends it up. You know, we're doing the best we can. And I've been up today since 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, not even that. Like, you know, and then we had my daughter interns at this church of South Las Vegas. We're there all day long. We've got to walk back. We're walking for an hour. Walking back for an hour. Exhausted. You know, did a 2.5 hour show last night with David Schroeder and Doug Millar about Ted Gunderson. By the way, that's a great show. Okay, everybody should check that out. A lot of great information on there as well. I'm really proud of the shows I did this week. All kidding aside, we're just scratching the surface on Ted Gunderson. Just scratching the surface. Trust me on that. Let me think. I don't want to leave anything out. But from now on, just so people understand, when I get an email saying, hey, when the show's going up, how do we find it? This is the email you get. I'm going to send you a copy of this YouTube channel, this YouTube show. And this is what you get to respond to all of that. It's overwhelming. The daily number of comments that I get on YouTube, the Google Plus comments that I get, okay, which I barely even respond to. Then Facebook, which is an all-day long thing. I get messages all day long on Facebook. I wake up in the morning, there's 20, 30 Facebook messages there waiting for me. Can't get back to everybody. I just can't do it anymore. Then another issue that I have is the emails. Now, if you want to email me about the radio show, you can go to the contact button there on the website, oppermanreport.com. The email for the radio show is oppermanreport@gmail.com. Please don't email me there about PI work. If you have a case, criminal case, or an investigation that you need, don't email me there because other people can read that email. So what you send me there is not private. It's not confidential. It's not protected privacy communications with me. If you need to contact me about PI work, I have a website called emailrevealer.com. Emailrevealer.com. There's no hyphens, no periods, no nothing. Email, and then it's Revealer, REVEALER.com. There's a contact me button on there. You can email me directly at emailrevealer@AOL.com or at oppermaninvestigations@gmail.com. I'm the only person that reads those. Okay, or anybody that does read those is a licensed private investigator or an investigator that your confidentiality is ensured through those communications. Okay, and that's how things are done here professionally. You know, we try and keep things. You know, I may seem like a silly goose, okay, but I run a professional operation. Okay, with no nonsense and everything I do is all my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed. When it comes to preparing exhibits for court or testifying in court or conducting professional investigations. Okay, so I'm very serious about that. We can't fool around. Okay. Need your help? Okay. If you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Opperman Report YouTube channel, that'll help get advertisers. Spreaker.com. If you can subscribe there and follow there, that's great. We always need members. You know, go to OppermanReport.com. You want to become a member? that's a huge help. Keeps us going here, keeps us funded, and keeps this operation moving forward. Can also use some volunteers if you have any kind of experience writing grant applications. I have an opportunity to get a government grant to do these documentary films. The opportunities to do these films increase daily. Okay, I have unlimited opportunities to do really great documentary films. We just need funding for that. So if you can help out with that, that's great. If you want to help out helping booking guests, contact me. You got a producer's credit. Or if you want to get involved in kind of reality TV projects or any kind of like that, I can help you out with that. I can help you getting your foot in the door in PR work or booking, guest booking kind of work, because we can definitely use that kind of help. Well, listen, I hope I'm not leaving anything out here. But one more time, if you see a show on YouTube and it says there's a cost for it, $2 or whatever, and you're already a member, please don't panic. Please don't email me, because it's going to be in the member section. Okay? It'll be there. Trust me. Okay? Now, just because it goes up on YouTube first doesn't mean you're being cheated out of anything or there's any kind of conspiracy against you to prevent you from hearing that show that you have to hear like immediately. Okay? I can't delay it from going on YouTube. Okay? And I can't rush it from going on the member section. I have no control over that. I'm doing the best I can. So please, everybody, please, I'm begging you. Okay? We got to cut back on all these kind of complaints like that. Where's the show? Where's the show? Where's the show? Okay? The shows go up as fast as we possibly can. Contacting me, asking me where the show is only delaying the shows. Because while I'm talking to you, we can't get the shows edited and get them up and what we got to do. Okay? So I hope we can work forward on this and move forward and really get this going. Okay? Got a ton of shows coming up. I'm booking live shows coming up. I got one guy who did this investigation on this police department, CSI department that was faking crime scene investigations. I got another show coming up with this woman who wrote the book about the burglary, about these activists who burglarized the FBI offices and uncovered the COINTELPRO program. Okay, got more shows coming up about Ted Gunderson. Got more shows coming up about who's that? This Timothy Holmseth, about Haley Cummings and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of great new content coming up. Okay, you may not be aware of it. My custody litigation is over. It ended last Monday at 5 p.m. So I have a huge weight off my shoulders. We're able to concentrate more on this show and my PI work and, raising my kid and being a happy, productive member of society and doing all that. Okay. And I guess that's about it. Okay. So I really hope this kind of put a stop. The Friday shows are free. And by the way, too, the tonight show is free. I did a show, we do extra shows, too, during the week that are free. If you want to sponsor the show, you have a product you want to advertise, I can promise you, man, you have no idea the reaction you'll get by going on this show. It's unbelievable, okay? And maybe they'll nag you instead of nagging me. They'll nag you about buying your product the way they nag me about getting my product here, because it's insane. You want to advertise on this show, get a hold of me, man. Email me at oppermanreport@gmail.com. That opening spot where I mentioned audible.com, that's open. If you want to come in, especially I need a car. If you got an auto dealership, a car dealership, something like that, I'll sponsor your dealership. I'll mention you in the beginning there, and the show's brought to you by your car dealership. All I want's a free car. Let me use a car. Okay. Also, too, I got a lot of stuff coming up in the near future here. I was just named one of the top 100 men of Las Vegas by MyVegas.com magazine. That's coming up in August, in the fall. So we're going to get a huge amount of publicity from that, and a lot of attention coming from that. My book is going back up on Amazon in the next week or two. Okay, so and I'm going to be doing all kinds of radio programs again as a guest. I'm pitching myself out there to be a guest as an expert on Donald Trump. And also the Epstein stuff is all going on. The Epstein case is all out there, too. So I'm going to be doing a lot of radio appearances as well. So if you want your business promoted, especially if you have a car dealership, all right, you want to provide me with a car, man, I'll promote your business. You have no idea. Okay, I'll get a tattoo on my forehead and promote your business. All right, guys? Or you want to help us out here, subscribe to the show, become a member, buy those little single shows. You can get them there. You subscribe on YouTube. You can do that. And help us out, guys, okay? And also, remember, donations, man. The donations have dropped off dramatically. And if you're not a member, or if you are a member, keep in mind we do need those donations to keep us running here, okay, and to keep things going. And we need sponsors. So, guys, love you all. Thank you so much. Please stop emailing me, okay? Stop. Oh, and another thing, too. Please, if you got some business with the radio show, please, do not call my business. Do not call my 800 number. I cannot afford to keep that number going. That's going to become a huge problem. I can't afford that phone bill, okay, if all these radio show people are calling me on there trying to contact me through my business. That I'll go broke. There's no way I can afford that. Okay, I got to pay for that number. And so please don't call me. Don't call me. Email me. Okay, if you got to say something about the radio show. Also, too, if you have some kind of a PI job you need done, don't send me 14, 25 pages of court documents and all kinds of stuff and expect me to read all that and get back to you with a solution for you. Send me a synopsis of what your problem is, real quick and short, and I'll get back to you with an estimate of how much I think it's going to cost. But there's no way that I can, and we're just going to go back and forth with 20 emails, back and forth about, hey, okay, listen, this is way too much information. I can't read this. Send me a synopsis. So that'll go on forever. So please, you got a problem, I'd love to help you. I really can. I got a lot of sources. A lot of resources I can help you out with. But let's be reasonable here, Okay. Hey, anybody want to call in 702-605-4894? 702-605-4894. Maybe you got a question maybe there's some questions out there about this whole thing, about the shows being up on YouTube before they're available in the members section. Let's clarify this. Any questions? 702-605-4894, or you can Skype me at ed.opperman. Okay? If there's any questions, let's get them out of there. Let's get everything cleared out tonight, right now. Okay? Let's get all this out on the table. All right? So I don't have to deal with this in the morning with 20 messages. Okay? I'm going off the air. It's at 6:41. I'll give you a couple minutes to call in. 702-605-4894. Okay? I'm giving you a chance. You can call in. I'm live. Okay. All right, let's see. I've got a message here on Spreaker. Okay. Got a question here from one of the chatters here. This is the 15th millionth time you have asked people not to contact you regarding the members section, and people are still contacting you. What's wrong with them? Good question. I don't have an answer. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is Kristen who sent me this message in the chat room. Kristen, I have no idea. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. They listen to the show. Otherwise, they wouldn't be contacting me. They must know. They must know. I don't know. Are they saboteurs? Are they trying to drive me crazy? Is this an episode of Gilligan's Island? Maybe I'm on a candid camera. I don't know. Okay. All I can ask, guys, is please, give me a break here. We're trying to do the best we can. Please. Okay. So this is your show for you, all you people who keep asking this question. Doing the best we can. If you see the show on YouTube and it says it's not available in your area, or that there's a fee for that show, you can buy the show, okay? Or you can go to the members section and buy that show, okay? If you're already a member, it'll be there in the members section. I promise you, it'll be there. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I promise you. I'm not saying the check's in the mail or something. I'm telling you, it's got to be there. No one has ever said, hey, man, Ed, you promised the show would be there and never got there. That's never been said. Okay, not once I've been accused of that. It's just that there's some kind of delay that I can't. We have no control over that. I don't have a time machine to turn back, make things happen faster. I can only do what we're doing. So please, you can't keep this up. This pressure. I'm gonna commit suicide. Please, guys, I can't do this anymore. So please, Okay, it's been a long day. I'm getting tired. I'm getting cranky here. I don't want. I think we've gone too far already. So listen, I really do love all your listeners. I love you guys. You have no idea. And so many. Another thing too. I want to point out real fast. Let me get out of here. Is talking to David Schertel last night and Doug Millar and Dale Griffiths and then Tim Tate and all these guys and William Ramsey. All of these guys, man. When we kind of talk to each other, we all know that we're doing something here, and there's another side that's trying to sabotage us, and because we're all trying to expose something real evil in the world, and we're fighting against this, and we're trying to expose it, and we're really on our end creating quite an organization, exposing these people and investigating behind the scenes. So we're really putting together quite a team back here. And I think that's one of the threats that they're experiencing and starting to realize. Now, the people at this other end, the opposition, they got a lot of time, and they're very well organized, and they're not very ethical kind of people. They're kind of sleazy kind of people. And so they have a lot of energy and time and money, from their crimes to sabotage us and come back against us, and mess with us. So we're fighting, but there's pushback, okay, from this other side. So, but it's more than just a radio show, guys, because we are coordinating and organizing researchers and really good credentialed people in the background here that are networking, okay? And I'm very proud of that. And I want to say I'm very proud of that. And we're doing the best we can. So you want to support that? Great. Support us, man. Thank you. PayPal. OppermanReport@gmail.com. Become a member. Subscribe to these places I talked about. If you know somebody might want to advertise, contact me. Want to hire me for PI work, do that. Okay. But there's other business, okay, about where's the show? Hey, Ed, where's the show? Even if it's just a short little message, what you got to understand is there's another 30, 40 people sending that same exact message. Okay? And if I got to spend 5 minutes going back and forth with you, that adds up, Would you, 5 people, 5 minutes, times 10 people is an hour. Times 30 people is 3 hours, So I don't have that time to devote to this. On top of booking guests and researching guests and interviewing guests and doing all this. Okay, I don't have it. I can't do it. I got a business to run. I got a family to take care of. So let's all cooperate together and move forward and really help each other, And my guests, if you can, by the way, too, the big help too is buy their books. That's what makes them want to come on the show. The show's only a year and a half old. Okay? This work we're doing here is only a year and a half old. And it's way ahead of people that have been around for 10 years. I got publicists, I got authors, and people trying to contact me, trying to get on the show. So we're making our little mark here. And I thank you all for your help and your support, especially when I had such a rough year with the custody stuff and almost getting evicted, and losing so much income and losing, expenses that I had to pay in court and stuff and with the custody. So it's been a rough year for us, man, but we're through that. We're focused on the show. We're all working together here. One more time. If you see a show on YouTube and it's not in the member section yet, it will be shortly. I promise you. Okay? The Friday night shows are free. They'll always be free. The archives of the Friday night shows are free. A lot of hosts, man, they charge you for their archives. Mine are free all over the place. I pay to keep them archived. Okay, I got to pay Spreaker to keep them on there. But they're free for you. The Friday night show is free. It'll be as free as long as I can do it. Okay? The extra shows, the member section shows, the extra content that I'm doing, which seems to be very valuable content that people really like, people are willing to come in there and be interviewed when it's not even broadcast to the major public yet, They're desperate to come on, Turn people down. That's available for a fee. Really cheap. You become a member, you support the show, And that helps support the live shows, too, by the way. When you become a member to purchase those shows in the member section, that supports the work to do the live shows, which can take up to 40 hours a week sometimes, to get those shows going. Guys, I love you all, man. You have no idea how much, I feel that this work that I'm doing here has value. And that it's satisfying to me. It's rewarding to me to get this information out to you. And it's interesting to me. I get to meet interesting people. I get to talk to interesting people. I think we all enjoy the show. I think now that all this weight's off my shoulder, that we can enjoy it even more going forward. Okay? But the complaints got to stop. Okay, guys? Because it's a lot more. Just one little comment, complaint here and there. It's a lot more than you think. So let's tone that down. Love you. Okay, guys? Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow doing a show with Dale Griffiths. A little follow-up little show. It's going to be like a free preview kind of thing. I want to put up on YouTube. And then doing a show with this treasure hunter guy. Who knows? Maybe I'll go out there over there to Oak Island and dig for treasure. I'll throw all this, throw in the shovel here or whatever. Guys, good night. Thank you very much. Bye.